All right, everybody. Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, so you know what we do on Wednesday. That's right. It's a Russell Wilson Wednesday, and we got some interesting numbers here. They mostly confirm the things that I thought I saw on the field against the Texans, but we got some stuff to go over anyway. And basically, after that game was over, I said I kind of felt like that was a very Pete Ball type game. It was a very Pete Carroll type of game plan on offense and maybe even defense too. I guess it's always Pete Ball on defense, right? But that felt like a Pete Carroll type of offensive game plan, and some of these numbers seem to bear that out. Now, the question is the debate that we sometimes have in streams, in the Discord is that because Pete just wants it to be that way? Or are we saving the good plays for the Rams? Because we know we're going to beat the Texans no matter what we do. So let's just run the old Schottenheimer stuff. Because to me, that game on Sunday looked a lot like the Schottenheimer stuff. And to expand on that, let's take a look at some of these numbers. But again, the real question here is, did we do that because we wanted to do it? Or did we do it because we know we're going to beat Houston no matter what, and we want to save our new plays, some of the Waldron-y stuff, for the Rams? We'll find out in a few days, I guess. Okay, so air yards went up 9.7, which is consistent with what I saw out there. A lot of shot plays. Air yards per pass completion went up significantly, half a yard, which at this point in the season is very significant. So Wilson threw a lot of shot plays. He hit a good amount of shot plays as well. So it was one of those kind of, like I said, I called it kind of like some of the games that we had in previous years under Schottenheimer, where maybe you don't complete every pass, but the passes you do complete are big plays. And obviously that has its time and place. I don't think that kind of thing is going to work too well against better teams, because that's the kind of stuff we've been doing for a while now. I've shown you guys the stats. These defenses, they know what we like to do. But against a team like the Texans, they just don't have a chance. We could have, honestly, we probably could have beaten the Texans if we had run a Wildcat with DJ Dallas that whole game. But yards after the catch per pass completion went down to 5.2. So, like I said, it was a lot of the stuff that we are familiar with Wilson from previous years and previous offenses, and these numbers pretty much bear that out. His accuracy took a little bit of a dip. He got credited with 7 bad throws and I believe 19 on-target throws or something like that. So his on-target throw percentage dropped a little bit and his bad throw percentage went up a little bit, which is kind of the side effect of taking a lot of shots, right? When you're chucking it deep all the time, you're going to throw more bad throws because they're lower percentage plays. So that kind of follows, right? It's a boom or bust, no risk it, no biscuit type offense. So when you do that, you're going to see a few more bad throws. But the good throws are worth more. So it's a philosophy. Wilson's pocket time jumped up by 1/10 of a second, 2.4. It's still lower than it's been before, but in this game he was holding onto the ball a little bit longer than he had in previous games. Some of it was because the offensive line played a little bit better, but there was definitely a concerted effort to hit those shot plays, and it came through in the game in the game that we all saw on Sunday. He did not get sacked once, and he only got hit once, so that's great. Now, he did get hurried, I think, 8 times, which means he got pressured on 9 of his dropbacks. 9 of his dropbacks. So his pressured percentage actually went up a little bit, which, I mean, it's not a critical thing or anything like that. He's still getting pressured about as often as he was getting pressured in previous years on average. Actually, still a little bit less, but it's kind of funny to me that he finally has a game where he doesn't get sacked once and his pressure percentage still goes up. That's pretty much what you would expect in a game where your quarterback is taking more shots, where he is waiting for things to open up downfield a little bit more. It's actually pretty impressive that he didn't get sacked once, although he had a decent chunk to do with that. It's not like Jake Curhan was locking down the right side and pass blocking. But I think that if you bring that kind of stuff against a team like the team that we're going to play this weekend, then we're going to have problems. So hopefully we got something a little more new than what we were doing in previous years and what we were doing on this particular week. And finally, he had one scramble against the Texans, and he had 8 play action attempts. Now, given the fact that he only dropped back to pass like, I think 28 or 29 times, that's actually a pretty good rate. And one thing I'm going to say about this offense that I really like is the play action is going up as the season goes on. I think we had 12 play actions against the Niners, 8 play actions against the Texans. I actually felt like we were running play action a little more than just 8 times, but you know, the math is the math, I guess. So either way, it seems like we're incorporating more play action as the season goes on, which I'm all about that, because you don't need a dominant running game to have an effective play action attack. You just got to do it, and you will experience positive results. And that's really about it. It mostly just confirms our priors. Wilson played like the old school Russell Wilson for the most part. A lot of shot plays. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, shot play. Run the ball, shot play. Run, run, pass. Our favorite 3-word sentence in the English language, right? Our favorite. Our absolute favorite. Run, run, pass. So, again, it's whatever. It doesn't really matter because you're going to beat Houston no matter what, and we did beat Houston. Not that it was all pretty, but we did handle Houston well. The question is, what do you got for us this week to save our season against a good team and a team that knows how we play? They play us twice a year. They know our tendencies. They know the way Wilson has liked to play in previous years. If you bring this kind of stuff, I don't think you're going to get anything good. You're not going to be able to run the ball against the Rams like you did against the Texans. The Texans have one of the worst run defenses in the league, which is something that I probably should have stated a little more firmly previously. Like don't think we're going to just run for 200 yards in every game we play all of a sudden. Like, no. That's certainly not realistic. That Houston Texans team, they have problems that pretty much every other team doesn't have. But I'm really interested to see what the game plan brings this week. I'm interested to see what Wilson plays like. And that's it for Wilson Wednesday. We're getting to the end of the season here, and obviously things got kind of messed up because Wilson's injury really kind of interrupted what was supposed to be a year where he was picking up a new offense, where he was going to start playing differently. But we're not really seeing it that much in most of these areas. We're seeing it a little bit in some areas, and that's not shocking. That's not a huge surprise or anything. This stuff takes a while. We're seeing some of it, I guess I should say. But based off what we're seeing so far, a lot of it does look like what we had last year, or the year before, or the year before that. So we didn't quite get the transformational year for the offense, but we still got 4 games left. Maybe these last 4 games are going to tell us something different. I'll see you guys later. Peace out, go Hawks.